Welcome to the Effects Loop. I'm Diaz.
I'm Scott.
We're keeping you in the loop of the guitar community. This episode is brought to you by Electromotive Sound Co. Go to electromotivesound.com. Is that correct?
Link in the show notes. Link in the show notes. Electromotivesound.com.
Electromotive Sound. I was right. Okay. Go check him out. The Clone V3 is killer. Hopefully, Ben might bring back some of his other great ones. The Phaser's phenomenal. If you can find one, snag one up. Also, shout out to our Patreon supporters who keep us going every month. You can be a supporter as well. Go to patreon.com/theeffectsloop and you can be cool too. That's it'll be great. All the cool kids are doing it. Peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure.
By your friends.
All right. Tell if you join and then you get two friends to join and then they get two friends to join, we can be in a triangle of awesome money making. So, all right, guys. Scott, what's new?
Well, apparently I'm in a pyramid scheme. That didn't hit. Okay. What's new on my end? I got some more parts for the Champ. Still working on it. I have a 6v6 on its way right now. I think the power tube was on is way out. So
is there only one power tube in that one?
Yeah, it's a single-ended amp. So there's just one 12A7. There's a 6v6, and then there's a rectifier tube. That's it. Nice small amp.
Very nice. What's your plans with this amp? Are you planning on flipping it, or are you just planning on
honestly,
having a small little amp?
It's been fun just to kind of play through it. I like it. I don't know.
Be like a. Do you have an amp in your room?
Nope. Well, so I had the Boss Katana, but I loaned that to somebody, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's fun.
Very nice.
I might profile it at some point. I might.
Are you going to profile it on your Kemper and the Quad Cortex?
We'll see.
Or is it capturing on the Quad? What does the Quad Cortex call it?
Technically, it's called capturing. I really don't use my Kemper much anymore. Honestly, the Kemper moving to adding that USB-C or USB interface side of it, once it finally does, could be a big deal. Could make me use the Kemper a little bit more again, just because it would make reamping a lot quicker and easier. Which is the best way to record guitars, right? Like you record your dry signal and then you reamp. The Quad Cortex only runs at a certain frequency. I think it's 48K.
Okay.
I think it's 48K, which just kind of limits you with its USB. I wish it supported 44 and a few others. So yeah, that's what's going on in my world. I just listed a bunch of pedals for sale.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get rid of stuff.
Thin the herd?
Yeah, I hate that phrase. I don't know why I hate that phrase. I just do.
Really? Thin the herd? Because everyone uses it?
Every time someone does use it, they're usually being a douche. So.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Don't be like this.
So that is Senor douche. Thank you.
Senor.
Yeah. Senor.
Yeah. So what's going on in your world, man?
Nothing gear, but I bought some concert tickets this week.
Hey.
Live Nation was doing the $25 concert tickets week.
Mm-hmm.
And that was $25, like fees and all.
That's awesome.
So, you had to buy tickets in pairs, which was fine because for 2 tickets for $50, I'm just going to take one of my kids or take the girlfriend. So I got 2 tickets to see John Fogerty out in Franklin, outside of Nashville. That's going to be absolutely amazing. I was raised on CCR, so like being able to see him is going to be phenomenal. And then I've got 2 tickets to Matchbox 20 down in Atlanta. I've already seen Matchbox 20 before. Actually, I saw them at the same place I'm going to, the Lakewood Amphitheater. So I'm seeing them. I'm taking the girlfriend down there. It's a long. She's not big on concerts, especially like because I think she just imagines like pit and people being near you and like all that. But I've been to that amphitheater and the lawn's really great. You can put out a blanket and just kind of sit there and enjoy the show. And Matchbox 20 puts on a phenomenal show. So I'm excited that. And then I got kind of peer pressured into, I bought 2 tickets to Breaking Benjamin and Bush next Tuesday. So I'm excited about that. This will be the 4th time I've seen Breaking Benjamin. It'll be the first time seeing Bush. I'm really excited to see Bush because out of the 2, I mean, you don't know how much longer Bush will be touring. So not saying Gavin Rossdale's that old, but you just never know whenever he's going to just say, forget it. But.
Yeah. I'm scrolling through all the available $25 tickets and I'm just kind of
not much left.
Well, I'm in the Chicago one and there's tons of concerts.
Wow.
There's just like, I'm just not interested in seeing Godsmack and Stained together.
Oh, see, I would be. Do they still have tickets? See, that's the problem too, is they list the shows, but there's usually no tickets left.
You got Nickelback, you got Matchbox 20.
I'm telling you, Matchbox 20 is a phenomenal show.
Disturbed.
I mean, a lot of people don't realize how many hits that they've put out until like you're at a show and almost in every song is a song that like or you've heard plenty of times in the grocery store.
I mean, that's
on
how
your mom's radio.
That's how Evanescence was for me when they were opening for Muse. I was like, wow, there's actually a lot more songs that they've done.
Oh, especially like after it's been so long since they've been top, chart toppers. Like that's the thing. The best thing is my favorite song by Matchbox 20 is Bright Lights. And during there's a concert where the guitar player did the solo and stood on top of the grand piano in the middle of the stage. And I was like, I want to do that. And then I looked at the scale. I was like, I need a bigger piano. And then that's when I got on the diet. I was like, I'm going to stand on a piano. That's my goal. Wonder how much weight a grand piano can hold. Anywho, let's get this show on the road.
Matchbox 20's concert week ones are sold out.
Yeah.
Lawn tickets are $30 though.
I mean, that's what ended up happening with Breaking Benjamin was I'm guessing someone bought the $25 tickets and was like, oh, never mind. And they were on there for $30. So I got those 2 tickets for after fees and taxes was like $76.
I think
still isn't horrible.
I don't know. I think there needs to be a little bit of a reckoning with concert tickets, like just
the fees. There's got to be we need to get
the fees,
something.
but also just like the sheer amount of just face value tickets are just so expensive now.
Not even honestly, my biggest complaint about it is with concert tickets now is the concerts that like I really want to go see, they sell out within a minute, and it's all scalpers. And I mean, pretty much the people who want to enjoy the shows can go fuck themselves. And that's the stuff that just kind of hurts. And
there's a lot of available tickets for any show too, which is really interesting. Like whenever you go on, because like they make money on the resale too, and it's just like, wow.
Right. So that's why they don't do anything about it, is because they make the money selling them, and then they make money where they get resold. Because like Chewy found a toy. I mean, when you go on these shows, you see almost every ticket's a resale ticket.
Yeah.
So I think there needs to be something against like with the fees. They should have to advertise the ticket prices including the fees. I really think they should.
There's one that does that.
Is it like StubHub or something? Yeah. Okay. I mean,
or here's a fun one. So Fall Out Boy's playing Wrigley Field. And they have a concert week promo. It is one section available.
Yep.
And there's 3 tickets left.
I've seen Fall Out Boy. It was a decent show, but I also saw them back in like 2006, 2007.
Yeah, I've outgrown them.
I actually started doing a list of all the artists I've seen in concert.
Yeah.
It's a bigger list than I've actually thought about. Can I read it really quick? I know we got to do a quick episode, but
yep.
Christina Aguilera, Destiny's Child, Matchbox 20 twice, counting Goo Goo Dolls, Philip Phillips, Yngwie Malmsteen, Victor Wooten, Less Than Jake, Mustard Plug, Chicago, Earth, Wind & Fire, John Mayer, Sheryl Crow, plus 44, Breaking Benjamin 4 times, Seven Dust twice, Alice in Chains Crossfade, Hinder, Dropping Daylight, 3 Days Grace, Blackstone Cherry, Stained, Foo Fighters, The Struts, Godsmack twice, Under Oath, Dweezil Zappa, Zach Wild, Eric Johnson, Blues Traveler, Jason Isbell, John Fogerty's going to be on the list, You the Giant, Fall Out Boy, Rush, Nine Inch Nails, Godspeed You, Black Emperor, and Bush will be on the list. So, pretty decent list, I'd say.
So you actually wrote that down?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, on my phone.
Yeah.
I typed it out. What, do you think that's weird or something? You said it like kind of funny.
Just like I'm wondering. Don't worry about it.
How much time I have in my hand?
A lot. I know.
You know what I don't have in my hand though? Andy Timmons and Keeley Electronics teamed up for the Super Atmos Drive, a drive pedal that responds just like a tube amp. So that came out. They've already got the super mod, right? Super fat mod.
Well, and there's already the app pedal too.
Yeah,
but that was JHS. But
I feel like they're just like nothing. I'm sure there's a difference, and I know a lot of people like Keeley, like they've got their different fuzzes, stuff like that. But we get it.
I only know Andy Timmons from gear endorsements. I don't think I've ever listened to any music he's ever made.
Oh yeah, same here.
Anyway, it's going to be limited to 1,000 units. So, yay, limited
They're probably
edition
already
stuff.
gone.
I don't know about
I'm curious. I don't know. Oh, Jonathan Horsley wrote this.
And it has a fat mode and it has an app mode. So it's kind of, I think it's a variant on the super fat mod. So there you go.
Yeah. How much is it? Did you see?
I only have the foreign pricing, so you gotta go to Keeley's website.
I need a new mic stand.
What's going on?
It keeps falling. It won't just stand in one spot.
Have you tightened it?
I need to. Well, how do you tighten it with the little screw things on the bottom? Because
are the springs fully extended?
Yeah.
Because there's different pegs that you can have that set to, so there's more tension on the stand.
I have only one set of pegs on this thing, I think.
Anyway, the Super App Mod is sold out. It was $200.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Good old Keeley selling out. Anywho, Catalan Bread rethinks volume modulation with the Tremolo 8. 8 trims and 1 pedal and some reverb secret sauce too.
I feel like we talked about something very similar to this recently.
I've never seen, I don't know.
I feel like there was a tremolo and reverb pedal out and like relatively recently, but
I'm guessing the reverb is the space knob.
Probably. Adding a space dial that gives you a specially designed complementary reverb for 7 of the 8 modes.
Oh, one mode they tell you to go F yourself on.
Yeah, well, so one of them is a sine wave and chorus together, so that the knob controls the chorus instead. So do I have a list?
I don't like the color
on it. A black pedal?
I don't. It's the black with the design and the white. I just don't dig it. But it's just me.
It's not really that,
Maybe the font. I don't care for the font either, I guess.
Yeah. $220, so not too expensive. I mean, that's right in line with a lot of their other kind of stuff. There's a ring mod, there's a sine wave, chorus mode, there's an envelope mode, there is where else I'm seeing here? There's some harmonic modes, there's probably a square sine wave, medium, changing the different reverb trails. So I mean, what's really nice about this is it kind of gives you that the amp sounds, because usually tremolo and reverb were the built-in effects on Fender and a lot of other amps. So there you go.
Yeah.
Nice and easy.
Mm-hmm.
So is that something you need to add to your board where you have sort of an always, they're not independent, so it's not like you have an always on reverb with the tremolo,
right.
but could be something you're after. So go ahead and go check it out.
I'm always weird with these like different programs, and like it's got 8 tremolos on it. Yeah, but you're only going to use one.
Maybe. I mean, a lot of people bend over and change things on their pedal board all the time, though.
Yeah, I guess.
Or sometimes it's the extra options that put you over the edge from like getting a one feature pedal to multi-feature, but rarely is a tremolo a one feature pedal. There'll be different wave shapes and all that kind of stuff. So,
oh, that's true. All right, whatever, Scott. Stop making me look dumb. I can do that all on my own.
You are doing that all on your own.
Yay!
Congrats.
Right. This is one that a lot of people seem to be interested in. EHX goes metal with its new Hell Melter distortion pedal. HM2 clone with a boost.
It's a big pedal.
Yeah. I hate the knobs.
I thought these were the knobs you did like because they had an indicator on them.
No, it's not the indicator. It's the smooth sides.
Okay, you got to stop flipping things on me because last time we had this
bullshit,
argument.
I haven't flipped it.
You got to stop gaslighting me on this. Because last time we talked about this, I was like, hey, it has the smooth sides. And you're like, that's not what bothers me. It's the indicator on it. And we like had this whole thing.
No, because we talked about getting the thing. Remember, we had the guy get in the group and talk about getting the thing to
the Neuralink tool. Yeah. Yeah. And then you flipped on me again. And now you flipped on me again.
When did I flip on you? Are you talking about
3 episodes
ago? Had a
ago.
Conversation with bullshit. Find it. Find the clip. Send it to me or give me a timestamp. If you're listening to this episode and you like hearing me be wrong, give me the timestamp. Next week, I'll come on the episode and say, I'm dumb. Or it could have just been those knobs on that pedal. I didn't care for the indicator, but I never really pushed the indicator. I don't mind the little white indicator.
I think the episode actually was titled, I Don't Mind a Smooth Knob.
Oh, I hate this show. I'm done.
You're the one who does it to himself. I'm just reflecting to you the things that you put out.
Well, on this pedal, I don't like the smooth knobs. I don't mind the indicators. I don't mind it's not. It's a combination of all of it together. Like a smooth knob doesn't completely bother me. Like the smaller ones. It's whenever. I don't know. The big ones definitely I hate. I don't know. Whatever. I don't like the knobs on this. I don't like the big knobs. The other ones are fine.
Okay, it was February 21st is when we released it. So and
I said I don't mind a smooth knob.
I don't mind a smooth knob. That was the title of the episode.
All right, well, I'm going to go listen. Do we have the thing where you can put like the audio in and it makes the script? Like it just takes all the words. Do we have something like that? Or is there something like that we could do?
There is something like that. I don't recall where it is though.
Okay. I can just go on YouTube and put on closed captioning and speed through it.
You actually might be able to use Bing to index it. Anyway, do we want to talk a little bit more about this pedal and actually what it is? HM2
sure.
with a boost?
Yeah, that's what I said it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything more to it than that?
It's got two foot switches, 2 big knobs, 4 medium knobs, and 2 smaller knobs.
All right.
Two lights.
There are 3 different sizes of knobs on this pedal. Wow.
3 different sizes of knobs. And there's also a flip switch to go from normal to burn. Listen, if it's burning, see a doctor. Yeah, 176.66. I like that. That is pretty funny.
It's pretty affordable in the world of HM2.
Yeah. I'm sure it sounds great. I mean, you got the level knob, then you got a dry level knob. So you've got, that's pretty much close to a blend, right? Would that be, or is that just?
I would assume a level knob is actually the volume level. Not
there's
a blend.
the small one underneath is the dry level.
Oh,
So it's not really blend, but there's a built-in gate. You've got mid-level, mid-frequency, lows, highs, distortion level. I mean, there's a lot going on here, and it seems like it's got a lot of control. And in the, especially in the HM2 world, where people are like, you have to find that like sweet spot. And like, I mean, this will be easy to find. Well, it'll be a little bit harder to find that sweet spot, but you got a lot of more control over it. HM2 is a 4-knobber, right? Yeah, HM2 is a 4, or not. Wait, no.
I don't know actually much about the HM2, more so than like I have a worm over here that is an HM2.
An HM2 is a 4-knob. The MT2 was the one that had 4 knobs, but 2 of them had the.
The MT2 had the concentric ones. The worm has 6 knobs. I don't know if that matters at all, but it has a high mids, lows, EQ.
Listen, you're gonna have to just trade that in. This one's got fucking 8 knobs.
That sounds like too many knobs. But I mean, once you add a boost to something.
I mean, and that's another thing too. You got a boost. Can you? Is there? What's the order of the boost? The volume boost, which is internally adjustable, so you can adjust that.
Wait, it has like
it's an
internally adjustable, so it has like a trim pot inside.
Yeah, it's an input gain and volume boost, which is internally adjustable. So you're going to get a volume boost and you're going to get a little bit more distortion, right? Because you're going to do an input gain.
Yeah, you just, I mean, you might get a volume boost, but with that much gain on the pedal, who knows?
Yeah.
It might just be like, might just drive it harder. Who knows? In the interest of, Scott has a meeting in 13 minutes. 23 minutes. I did math wrong. There's some rumors floating around that we might see a return of what used to be America's best-selling acoustic brand.
Yeah.
So there are some job postings going around for Harmony, which, if you recall, is owned now by BandLab. And so they're being built out of the Kalamazoo plant where Heritage was, as well. Instead of traditionally, Harmony was a Chicago-based company with all the other Sears companies, so Sears catalog companies. So you had like Harmony at K. You had. Did
you say that it was American Acoustics, or just American Harmonies? Because it's just the acoustics.
Yeah, I mean Harmonies are already made through BandLab out of the Heritage plant.
Right.
And they currently don't have any acoustics as part of their line, so that could be part of what's coming. Which, again, more competition in the market is always a great thing. I know as well, taking apart some of these guitars and putting them back together with more modern bracing and better building techniques has been kind of a popular thing. Was it Scott Baxendale does that?
I have no idea.
So there is a desire for these types of things. So cool. We'll see what comes from there.
Yeah, I'm excited. Oh, I've got a Boba Fett model I got to put together today. Yes. It's going to be a good day, Tater. Cool. All right. Next on the list, Ed Sheeran selling Loudon signature guitars on Amazon.
Yeah, so Loudon has had an agreement. He's actually been a stakeholder in Loudon Acoustics. And so they haven't been available in the US yet. So now they will be via Amazon.
I wonder how much those run.
We could actually probably look that up right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who's going to do that, me or you?
I'm searching Google right now.
He's Googling.
There's actually one at Guitar Center available to use. A bunch on Reverb.
How much is the used one?
They're all sitting just south of $1,000.
Oh wow!
Yeah, Chicago Music Music Exchange has one for listed. I'm not seeing any right now from Amazon.
The big thing that I really like is how much Ed Sheeran has made things affordable.
I mean, his guitar that he was doing for a while with Martin was actually quite affordable as well.
It's like what, $600, something like that.
Yeah. So the
X series,
the W01 with gig bag is available on Amazon with Prime shipping at $683 right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they're mini guitars. Don't expect a lot.
I mean, would you say that they're kind of parlor size?
I would say they're even smaller because they're short scaled. They're 24-inch scaled. Solid top, 5-piece back and sides with walnut, mahogany neck, ebony fretboard. So there's that one. I'm not. What else we got here? There's the S2. There's the S1. And then the Tour Edition. So the Tour Edition's the most expensive one that hits about $1,000, just over $1,000. They all are available with Prime free delivery.
And those are all Ed Sheeran signatures, right?
Yep. It's Sheeran by Loudon.
Sheeran by Loudon. Well,
So,
I mean,
they've created like a brand for him under Loudon.
Right. But that's just one of those things that I've really liked about the artists that get up there and they realize that they have, especially they've got, millions upon millions of fans, and they come out with these items and they make them affordable and easily available. I don't know if that was intentional on Ed Sheeran's part, but I'm sure it might have something to do with it. A lot of these artists forget when they were young and had no money, or some of them weren't young and had no money, but and like you wanted something and you were never able to get it. And it's like when you become an artist, at least push to try to make some things available to a lot of your fans, not just some of them.
Well, especially someone with a platform like Ed Sheeran, where he has mass pop appeal, and probably there's a lot of people picking up. And also a lot of Ed Sheeran songs are pretty easy to learn, so they're quickly accessible. So like different eras had different artists that they just kind of learned all their stuff off of. So there's tons of guys that learned Dave Matthews Band songs. Like that was just how they learned guitar for a while. They were just learning all of Dave Matthews Band stuff. Or
that's how I learned a lot of acoustic.
Yeah. Or still like the first song I ever learned was probably Green Day's When I Come Around. That
was an early one for me, very early one for me.
Yeah.
Did you just play it on the second fret, or did you actually tune down and play it on the third starting chord?
I think I just played it in the key of G.
Oh, you were like playing along and it was in the wrong key the whole time. Nice.
Well, I don't think I never really played along with music for a long time. I would just kind of like play it like on my own, like I was reading a tab or whatever.
One of the first songs I ever learned was The Jack by AC/DC. That was up there. When I Come Around, one of the first like really great songs that I learned was Tuesday's Gone by Leonard Skinner. I watched Happy Gilmore and I love that song. So yeah.
Well, while we're talking about signature guitars, there is a new Fender Strat coming out from collaboration with Steve Lacy that has a built-in fuzz circuit.
I like the idea of a built-in fuzz circuit. I really do. I wish my guitars had built-in fuzz circuits so I could just go boop and just go for it.
Well, the half-horse fuzz has been put in guitars before.
It has, but I feel like the design of the guitar was like incorporated with that.
Yeah, it was.
So that's the hard part. It's not like you can just you could just cut a chunk out of your guitar.
Go get like a nano fuzz from
AWOL
or the Matthews one too, the keychain one.
Yeah, but how would I make sure it has power?
There's plenty of room in a Strat cavity to fit a 9-volt battery.
Yeah, but it would have to stay plugged in. Wouldn't it drain the battery?
You use a TRS jack that lifts the ground when nothing's plugged in. That's the way all like active guitars work. So the battery doesn't just sit there and die. They have a TRS jack, and that it's the same way pedals can keep a battery in them, and they don't turn on until you plug them in.
Oh,
yeah.
I'd have to find a way to activate it. I could probably route just a switch easily. I could remove one of my knobs and just route a switch.
You could, or there's tons of ways you can put a fuzz in something. So
I want to put a fuzz in my SG first, though. That's the one I'd want to put a fuzz in.
That one might be a little harder.
A little harder. That's what she said.
Because the other part is push. You could put a push-pull knob in.
Yeah, that
could activate it. So there's tons of different ways you could do it, and there's space. There still is space in an SG to put a fuzz circuit in. So you could do it.
All right, we need to stop talking about this before I actually start wanting to do it. $1,400.
Yeah. So another. This keeps
it's
going
made in Mexico.
Yeah, that keeps going with the. I kind of like that they're making the the current runs of like signature guitars a little more accessible.
Yeah.
By making them through the Fender factory or the Fender Mexico factory.
Yeah.
It also has a unique finish, sort of, that's called Chaos Burst.
Yeah.
It's still a sunburst, but it's slightly different.
Does it look like it has like a little purple hue in it? Or is that just...
I think that's just the sky in that first photo, but...
Well, yeah. I don't know. I want to see some better photos of it. $1,400 with a fuzz built-in Strat. Gotta love it.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Let's see. Oh, this is the other section down here.
Yeah, the other section's got some interesting stuff. Behringer says that it's ready to come out with its Roland JP 8000 inspired synth for only $69. Thing's tiny. It's a little finger piano kind of thing. But cool.
Yeah. That looks like fun though.
It does, and it's super cheap, so it's super impulse buy.
Why does the guy holding... I didn't press play on the video. That guy looks... Who's the British guy that's really tall that usually looks... You know who I'm talking about?
You're talking about Steve Merchant?
Maybe.
The guy who co-wrote The Office? Oh, it does all that Ricky Gervais stuff?
Yeah. What's you say his name was again?
Steve Merchant.
Yep, that's him.
All right.
That looks just like him.
And then the last thing, there's a new iOS audio looper called the Molly Looper. It can be available as a standalone app and an AU V3 plugin. It's a micro looper that's always listening. So tons of stutter and freezing effects and things like that. Could be a fun little toy to spark some creativity. It's available for $5. So something to play with and mess around with.
I still love just having the Chaos Pad on my phone.
I'm amazed they still work, because so many of those like early guitar or any iOS apps that I bought, kind of stopped working over time. So,
all right, I'm done. Sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, that's it, guys.
That's it.
We're doing a short week. We're it's a time crunch, and if you want some more of the show, join our Patreon. Even at $1, right? Our lowest tier, they still get access to the episode earlier, don't they?
They do.
So if you want to join, even at our lowest tier, you can get the episode earlier. You can also get the pre-app, which is usually, pre-apps can go from 15 to 30 minutes.
Yeah,
depending on how distracted you get.
What we've kind of stopped doing is having a topic in the show. We used to have the structure where we did like a bunch of news, and then we get into a topic, and we always kind of run out of time or whatever. So we just started doing news for the show, and then we kind of just let our like freeform talking time just move to the pre-app. Yeah,
usually it's like, what have you been up to? Oh, nothing like this. Yeah, there's a little bit of that. So if you are a fan of the chit-chatting between Scott and myself, or whoever's hosting this week, if Scott or I take a week off, join the Patreon. Even at $1, you get the pre-app, you get the episodes early, which is it's a really fun thing. It seems like, honestly, we get a lot of interaction in the chat room about stuff that's said in the pre-app.
We tend to be spicier in the pre-app.
That is true. Well, you get... I'd say compared from episode to pre-app, you probably get more spice, or you get them more spicy than I do.
Because I know how to modulate my emotions and control what I'm saying in public. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm more on off the cuff, ready, fire, aim. So, but it works, right? Right, Scott? It works. Speaking of works, the website works.
Does it feel like working to you?
TheEffectsLoop.com, guys. Facebook group, link in there. Instagram, merch, YouTube, email. Our Patreon link in there. And Electromotive Sound Co., who we cannot thank enough for sponsoring this episode. Once again, the link is in the show notes. Electromotivesound.com. Go check it out. I think I hit all the stuff, didn't I?
You did. Oh, I also should mention some music I helped record is slowly being released right now. So
Oh, yeah.
If you want to check out Soul City Worship, we have 2 of our songs out as of recording already. I think another one comes out this Friday, and then the whole thing should come out the following week. So
very nice.
Soul City Worship. The album's called Coming Home. If you like worship music, that might be something for you.
Yeah. I haven't come out with anything, so we're gonna just end the episode. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Why is negativity always drawn out? Pictionary, visualize love, energize lives together. We undefeated. A plan to make weathers, no gloves needed. When we weed into the mindset of achieving and believing in community that remains happy. Never after, the world should be one. Hate annihilated, every heart is one. Love again. So don't buy the hate, don't separate. We're strong when love overcomes.
With 9 minutes to spare.
There we go. Gives me time to fill up my water bottle.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to fill up my water bottle.
I've been trying to figure out. I'm curious. So I like lemon water. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've been buying gallons of water instead of bottles. I've just been buying jugs.
But you're still buying them.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Oh, you're just still spending money on some. I don't really buy water.
I have city water that sucks.
I have a filter.
Yeah, even with my filter, it still has a weird taste to me.
Mm.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, a gallon of water is like $1 something.
Yeah, don't you love how a gallon of water is the same price as 20 ounces of water? And it's just because you will pay that.
Yep.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I buy distilled water. I still go and buy distilled water for stuff like my CPAP machine. I run off distilled.
Yeah, I've got distilled water, but even like the drinking water. I mean, I can get 48 bottles for like $7. But the biggest thing is honestly, it's the fact of I'll have a half drank bottles of water everywhere and stuff like that. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna buy gallons. But I'm curious if I could just put my lemon in the water, like the lemon juice, how long it could and mix it up. If sitting it in there like that would just be fine. If it'll just keep tasting the same.
You could buy one of those lemon. You know how like the plastic lemon concentrate things.
Yeah,
that you get at the grocery store. Is that what you're thinking of doing, or are you actually like slicing up lemons?
No, I use lemon juice in my water. I eat lemons, but I slice up lemon juice, or I put lemon juice in my water, like the actual bottle.
Okay.
Yeah. If I put enough in the gallon and let it sit there and drink it over like a day, it wouldn't taste any different, would it?
No, if anything, the lemon should actually help preserve it.
Huh. I'm gonna do it because honestly, 9 times out of 10, like if I'm at the apartment, I just walk to the fridge, pull out the jug of water, drink some, and then put it back. Mm-hmm. But I'm also a fan of really cold water, so.
Oh, see, I don't really like cold water.
Yeah, I can't do room temperature water. It bugs me for some reason.
I prefer it.
Once
you start working out, you'll start wanting room temperature water, not cold water. Because like when you're really hot, when like your body's really hot, cold water is actually
and you drink
not that
really
good.
cold water.
Yeah, it's actually it sends you into shock a little bit. Not like shock, but.
Yeah. No, it's a big thing because you're going from one extreme temperature to another. Mm-hmm. So, but all right, dude, I'll let you go get to your meeting. I'm glad we were able to knock that out. So